What is going on, guys? Hope you guys are having an absolutely wonderful Friday night. We're gonna do some grinding here. Gonna get some more runs in. Yeah, hopefully we have a good time. So with that being said, before I kind of start doing some runs again, we'll take a quick look, see where we stand on the rankings. Just see, I haven't checked in a little bit. Let's just refresh, see where we stand. Alright, so we're ranked 70, so that's not bad. We did 149 total runs. Currently number 2 in the Alliance, which is awesome. Love to see that, though. A lot of the guys here are off hours from me, so that means that even though I might get high, when nighttime comes or early morning, they're going to probably blow past me way quickly. So that being said, let's just kind of get into some runs. So hopefully what we'll have on this stream is just the ability to just have a casual conversation while we're doing some grinding. If you guys have any questions about the game, anything like that, feel free to, of course, let me know. Any questions about my teams, what I'm doing, I have the fully boosted team, minus the int waifu. So that's kind of what we're going with here. So if you have any questions on like what supports I'm using, you know, what I'm doing, we can certainly talk about that. It takes about 2.5 minutes, roughly, per run, from what I've seen. But yeah, so that's it. So first 2 stages are pretty easy, just a lot of different tapping that's out there. Welcome for those who joined. Let me know if you guys are doing Blitz, how your Blitz is going so far. So we're going to go ahead and use our special here, just to get rid. And the good thing about this combination of units here is that no matter whether you get the Green Bull or the Fuji variation of this team works for both, which is pretty awesome. Welcome to the stream. Hope your Friday nights are going well. Just doing some grinding over here. This is stage 3 out of 5. Really not too much crazy stuff going on here. On this stage, we're using Sabo Special and EX to basically get through the content pretty quickly. This is probably the stage that takes the longest amount of time to get through. So this is the Kizaru stage. So the painful part about this stage is that you have to get through Resilience, which is a pain. So you have to activate the Dawn Special twice to get rid of that. Then you got to activate the Whitebeard specials. That way you can get your Luffy into Gear 5, so he gets the Paralysis debuff taken care of for you for fight number 5. So just a lot of specials I have to get off in this stage. So this is kind of where things slow down a little bit, just because there's a lot of animations that have to go. If you are grinding and trying to go like super hard on these stages, I do recommend that you turn off the animations for the special actions. It just makes things a lot quicker. You can do that in the menu tab up the top. You can do menu options, turn it off there, and I'll just show you that real quick in case you guys want to see. And that just lets it, so you don't have to do the animation at all to get the action special there. So if you go into options here, you can see those 2 bottom options. You can have it auto resolve and only play the action special once a day. It literally makes it so much quicker, so much faster to get through the content that's there. So for the Garp stage, we're just using the special and EX of Sabo. Nothing too crazy there. Using the special of the Whitebeard Ace. And then you can use the EX and the special of Luffy. If you don't use the EX, you just have to tap twice. If you use the EX, you can just tap once. So it just depends, you know, where you want to spend your time, whether you gain that second in having to do an extra tap, or whether the second it takes for the EX animation to go is worth it for you. So you can see that's how we get through it. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Love to hear from you guys. Like, how is your Blitz Battle going so far? Are you guys doing any grinding at all for the Blitz Battle? Are you doing any rankings, going for anything in particular? I know personally for myself, I'd love to get like top 200 would be good. I think as you saw, we were somewhere around like rank 70 or 80, so it should be doable. It seems like a lot of people don't have the full booster set with those in waifu units, so that's good. It makes it a little bit easier for us who don't have them to rank. But yeah, it does seem like a good amount of people have pulled the 3 legends based on what the points that we're seeing so far and the amount of runs that we're seeing so far. So this is the Green Bull variation of Stage 3. So as I mentioned, we can just use Sabo exact same way, special EX, get all the slots you need to get to the barrier, and then it's pretty straightforward and pretty easy to hit the races from there. If you guys did pull on the New Year's banners, let me know how your pulls went. I would love to hear from you guys how your pulls went. Mine were absolutely god-awful on every part, pretty much. Yeah, it was not good. I think I had to go at least 20 multis on all 3 parts to get to Legends, which is probably one of the worst lucks for Superfest I've had in quite some time, but it is what it is. And as I mentioned, just bear with me. I am in the middle of fighting a cold. Had 2 kids, they got sick after Christmas, and they passed it on to me, so I am still struggling. My voice isn't fully up to there, so please just bear with me if you see me take a bunch of drinks or things like that, just because yeah, it's been a rough couple days, and that's why I haven't had as many videos out as usual as well. As I mentioned, feel free to just chat. Any topic, doesn't matter, doesn't have to be related to Blitz at all. Anything you want to talk about One Piece, could be anime, or it could be the manga, either one. Or if you want to talk about OPTC, of course, we're always down to do that. But feel free to just chat about anything OPTC. If you want to have any questions, you know, just let me know in there. Not bad, 4,800 points. So I've been pretty lucky so far in terms of getting the points. I think I've got probably about 4 or 5 times so far where I've got the like 13k total points. Usually you have to get like the almighty tablet, the almighty tablets or manuals to get up to, you know, 13k with the 34 times multiplier. But so far, at least for me, it hasn't been too bad to get that max rewards. You can imagine, you know, obviously if you have, I think the most boosted team, if I thought from Stump, had like a 42 times multiplier or something like that. So yeah, you can just imagine you're probably easily sitting at probably like 16,000, 17,000 points per run if you have all the boosters, which is kind of crazy. The good news for some of these recent events that I do like, though, is it seems like with the events, we're getting an absolute ton of gems. So I don't know if you guys saw before we started some of these runs, we're roughly at a like 300 plus gems, and that's just like the last like week that we've got. I haven't bought gems since we did the part 3 pulls, and we were down to, I think it was like 60 or 80 after those part 3 pulls. So the fact that we were able to get back up to like 350 is good. You know, we're getting a lot of pulls from the social rewards and from the game. Of course, you get 20 gems from the latest GP that just went through, as long as you get the 10 wins, which everyone should have been able to do. So they've been very generous for the last couple weeks on gems. That's awesome. We love to see that. And hopefully, if you didn't have good luck and you weren't able to pull some of the new units with what you got, and you were a few full multis off, hopefully these like extra gems that Bandai's been giving will just help you pull those units that you're looking for. On this stage, you get the burn on that stage, and I don't know why I just don't tap. Like, I know like I have more than enough HP where I could do 2 perfects and only take like 16k damage. But yeah, for some reason I just don't tap. I just do the great so I don't take that burn damage. Alright, there we go, 4,200. Anything over 4K is pretty good. Like anywhere in the 4K to 5.5K range is where you want to be. If you get unlucky, you can get definitely some runs that fall into like the 3K range there. But yeah, luckily that hasn't been too bad for me there. So doing these runs, just give my thoughts on some of these new units, both in PvE and PvP. So I do really like, I'll start with Luffy. Let's start with Luffy there first. And I wasn't paying attention, I used my special on the wrong stage there. Yeah, wasn't paying attention, used my special on the wrong stage there. That's okay. So in terms of the Luffy unit, like I think he's pretty awesome. I'm a huge fan of what he can do. And we're just going to tap, I guess, on these guys, see if maybe we can kill some of them, at least. Yeah, huge fan of the Luffy unit. In PvP, he was awesome for this season so far with the ability to have the 3 burst. That was definitely cool. Alright, let's see what debuffs we get hit with here. Alright, actually not as bad as I thought. Alright, so we should be able to hopefully kill a couple of these guys, or at least... Okay, I thought we would kill them at least 1 on 1, but with the 3 taps, it makes it a little bit more difficult. Alright, so let's see if we can use the Sabo special here, and the Garp special, and see if we can at least kill Akainu here, and hopefully get back on track. Yeah, sorry I messed up the tap timing because I was talking, not paying attention, and alright, now we just gotta kill all the cannon fodder here, and then we should be in a really good spot. And get back to the track. Sorry, sometimes when I'm talking I get myself distracted and do the wrong thing there. But now we're back on track. We can use the specials in the normal order that we were doing, and we're back rolling. Alright, yeah, I messed because I played that whole thing wrong. I can't use my second to Dawn special. So yeah, so that means that we might have to stall a little bit on this stage too, unfortunately. Try to stay above that threshold. I messed up there. Yeah, I really messed up this run because I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, sorry. Let's go back here. Get our EX so we can get Luffy into his 3rd form, or 5th form, I should say, Gear 5, and attack. Let this be a lesson. You gotta pay attention. It's always good to pay attention, especially after 150 runs of Blitz. Sometimes you stop paying attention and not great things happen. So, is what is. We keep moving. Not the end of the world there. So yeah, let's just keep on going. We're just not gonna talk about that really. Welcome into the stream. If you have any questions, want to talk at all about OPTC, any new legends, anything, feel free to let me know. We were just talking about Luffy, how he's absolutely awesome in PvP, how he's doing really good. For his PvE side of the fence, he can do a ton of damage, which is awesome. Really liking the unit. It is a little bit tricky sometimes to build to be able to trigger that EX. Luckily, if you have the Whitebeard and Ace and Sabo, you can use their EXs as sailors and able to trigger that effect again into Gear 5. But yeah, otherwise you have to bring Straw Hat Pirates on the crew, and that makes it just a little bit more difficult. But yeah, so that's the Luffy unit. The Sabo unit is really interesting with this debuff that he gives there. I mean, the fact that he gave it a special bind is kind of cool, both on himself and on the crew. That's always appreciated, because that's just a pain to get rid of sometimes. But yeah, and his ability to change walk slots, so of course, always good. But yeah, I still think that with the current content out there, he's still on the bottom of the top 3 there. But who knows? I think there is some potential there, some promise that maybe in the future, he'll get better, and he's in a good class as well. Of course, the thing that kind of hampers him is his necessity to have some of the Revolutionary Army units on his lineup to trigger some of his events. And I think it was you need 3 for his super type or something like that. I forget what the exact condition was, but you need 3 of the Revolutionary Army members or Luffy and Garp to trigger some of his stuff, which is just a pain to deal with. But it is what it is. Again, we just used the wave clear ability of Sabo that you just saw there, took out all the units there, which is great. Changes all our orbs to tandem, so that's great, especially if you have a super tandem leader or units on your class who have super tandem, just lets you use that. So yeah, if you joined, let me know how your blitz is going. Love to hear from you guys. Are you grinding away? Do you not care? Do you just do the Chopper Man missions and just get the points for the max rewards and just dip? Or are you trying to rank? I'd love to hear from you guys and understand what you guys are trying to accomplish for part of this blitz. I like Garp's shirt here. I don't know why. It just looks good. Just a hair over 4K. I'd like to see that. See if we can get some speed runs in here. So this stage is what's tough. It takes forever for all these animations to play out, and the lock animations, and then the support of Sabo there to give the turns of bind. It just takes a while for all these effects to get run before you can actually attack. That's why it takes 3 minutes for a run for any of these stages, even though you have the full booster set. Now, if you're wondering if you did have the fully boosted team, what you could do is you basically just slot the Int Waifu units in that middle slot there where Garp is, and you're good to go. You can see, most of the time that I'm doing these matches, I'm not even using the Garp special at all. He's just there because he's a high point booster. get to gear 5, and then just kill pretty quickly, and then kill Garp again. I forgot to use Luffy special and Whitebeard special, but luckily what I can do is, in this case, if his debuffs on the second turn don't do anything to us, yeah, we lose some damage there, you get the attack down, but luckily with the special of the Ace and Whitebeard, even though I messed up there, it won't change the end result. But yeah, you want to make sure that you're actually paying attention when you're doing this, because that does not do complete runs quicker. For those of you who are wondering, or are saying, hey, I see that you're using a bunch of stamina meat to do this event, that is true. Just a heads up, in case you guys did not know, if you go into the bazaar right now, they have at least they had it a couple days ago, I think they still have it. You can get 60 large meat staminas for 30 gems. If you care about ranking, then obviously that's a good deal. If you don't care about ranking, it still might not be a bad deal. You can use the stamina meat, for example, to refresh the number of tries you have on PKA, right? So it's a very useful thing to have, even if you're not going for high-ranking Blitz battles like this one. So just note there was a 60 for 30 gems there, and then I think there was also a 9 large meat stamina for 2 gems. So yeah, definitely check it out if you're interested in getting some meat staminas if you don't have any. It's definitely worth a shot to take a look. Especially with all the free gems we've been getting, like 30 gems is really nothing. And yeah, if you go ham, you might only get like 40 or 50 gems from ranking rewards and things like that. But still, it will help you get some of that other good stuff that you can get, like the tomes and the potential ability from those high reward sets. So might be worth it if you care about ranking or getting in there and checking things out. Back to the most annoying stage of this Blitz, in my opinion. So it just takes so long. With all the animations, it just takes forever. Then you gotta wait for the G5, there's notification that its super is ready, and then you can finally kill him after all that. See what we get. It'd be nice if we get one of those 13,000 ones. Hey, we hit 5K. That's not bad. We will take that all day. And for those of you who might be wondering, you'll get the Sabo being like, wait, what Sabo is that? The friend captain here is the alternate ink Sabo. So yeah, I'm not sure which one I like better. Like, I think I like the background art of the non-alternate art one a little bit better, at least in my opinion. Though I do like the icon here a little bit better than the non-alternate art Sabo. So all your personal preference, there's no difference. Just like the Shanks that you can do alternate art, there's no outside of the fact that you could use them in 2 different Power Rumble teams if you really wanted to, though you probably wouldn't. There's no difference between the abilities between the non-alternate art and the alternate art Sabo there. Again, welcome into the Friday night live stream. We're just doing some grinding for the current Blitz Battle event that is going on. If you have any questions about the game, want to just talk about any of the recent things going on, whether it's New Year's, whether, what comes ahead for 2025 for OPTC, just hop in chat, Hey, Tony. What's going on? Hope you're having a good night. I saw you had some pretty good polls for some of the other New Year's Legends on the Discord, so that's good. You have to remind me, Tony. I forget if you're one of like the crazy guys on Stump's Discord that does the crazy high rankings, or if you're more casual for events like these. Are you going hard for this event? Are you trying to rank super high? Wow, waifus in 2. That's fantastic. That is pretty awesome. Have you had a chance to use them out yet? I know Stump had a video out there. I haven't had a chance to see it, but have you had a chance to use them in PvP? Are they any good? Like, will they actually see play, or do you think that they're gonna stay? Yeah, I'm kind of that same way. Like some events I'll go like super hard, some I won't. Yeah, I haven't tested them yet. The one thing I wish they let you do, because what would annoy me, like I was like, it'd be great. I'd love to pull the waifu units there, but the one thing that was like stopping me is that like I have the base waifu units, right? The strength version. Fully rainbowed, fully level limit breaked, and everything. And if I got the new one, you don't have the skulls, right? So you can't super evolve the old one and then keep the copy of the old one, of the new one, and de-evolve that one. So you're kind of in a tough place until those skulls come out in May. I mean, for the boosting and for the points, it's awesome. But yeah, I wish they gave you a way where you could just get the skulls as well if you pulled them, and that way if you already had a copy you could just make like a really good copy, right? 30 on Luffy's part and only got 2 Luffy's. I pulled Luffy on Luffy's part on multi 21, and I have enough gems now where like I could go back and obviously go to 30 and get another guaranteed Luffy, but I don't know. I don't know if I have it in me. After going 21 multis and only getting 1 Luffy, I just don't know if I have it in me to finish off the banner, because I don't think I'm going to get another Luffy outside of the guaranteed one on step 30. But we'll see. It's around for another 40 days or something like that, right? So, I don't know. Maybe things will change. Maybe at some point I'll go back. I know it's weird how sometimes the parts for the individual legends are actually worse, right? Like they should be much better because, obviously the boosted chance of that legend is much higher because they have the whole legend pool to deal with, right? But sometimes, yeah, it's just that luck is just not good there. Well, at least he's completely... Well, he's probably not level limit break 5 for you, right? Or did you... Because you would have got, what, 5 out of the 9 posters, right? To get him fully level limit break. But at least you got his final tap all maxed out, right? And I imagine he's probably at least 130. TRS Pinball Wiz on the Discord. I know I gotta change it. I changed my in-game name now to actually match HappiDaze. Before it was TRS Pinball Wiz in-game too. But I've changed my in-game name to match it, but I'm still TRS Pinball Wiz on Discord. Nice, level 4. Well, that's good. So you got him 130. So you must hit like an absolute tank when you're doing GP this season. for those of you who have joined, welcome in. We're just doing a starting off the boredom of just the endless grind of Blitz Battle. Feel free to just hop in chat. You have anything you want to talk about OPTC? More than happy to have any side conversations. If you have any questions about the game, feel free to throw them in there. We can answer any questions you might have about the game. Yeah, let's just have a good time. Like I said, it probably won't last. Yeah. So if you notice now, my name before you would have probably never noticed. You know that I was there because I had the two different names here. But yeah, now if I'm on your friends list, which I'm pretty sure I am because I'm pretty sure I've seen you multiple times before, it should say TRS HappiDaze in game. But yeah, Discord I'm still slacking. It's still my old name in Discord. Some of my Alliance members were well, actually, it was some of the Alliance members, and then there was also a video where Captain Poppy was talking about, I think it was actually the Content Creator Awards for the yearly awards, right? For the Good, Great, Perfect podcast there. And I remember him mentioning, like, he's HappiDaze, but in the game he's Pinball Wiz. So I was like, okay, I should probably update that so it all kind of makes sense and it's not confusing across different platforms. So slowly getting there. But yeah, I had it there because, well, not a long time ago, because I'm still technically a moderator on the One Piece subreddit, but that typically back in the day, that's where you found a lot of friends, right? That's where you got people to add you. So originally I had my Reddit username on there, which was the Pinball Wiz. That way people could easily add or whatever for events and rankings and things like that. But obviously with the subreddit, ended up going down for that time and all that stuff. Discord is probably the more active place for OPTC finding people and doing all that stuff now. So yeah, it was time. It was time to update it. But yeah, if you saw Pinball Wiz, that was 100% me. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Much appreciated there. I have to just take a quick look at how we're doing in terms of total rankings on the Alliance. Trying to grab #1 spot before all my other Alliance members come in who are not US based. See if I can at least claim first for a little while before I lose it. Yeah, I know. I'm just lazy. To be honest with you, Tony. Yeah, I can put my stuff in there. It's just weird. Like it's always like the whole like self-promotion thing. Like I know people put stuff in there and that's what it's there for. I don't know. It just feels weird to do self-promotion for me, which is probably why I don't probably put stuff as much out there as I should. But yeah, maybe I'll start posting some stuff out there as I get content out there. I'm just lazy. So what are you looking forward to, Tony? What's the next thing that you're looking forward to, or anyone who's listening? What are you guys looking forward to in 2025? Is there any certain arc, any certain characters? I'd love to hear, you know, what are you guys looking forward to in One Piece for 2025? Is there anything? Hopefully there's something you guys are looking forward to, but I'd love to hear some feedback, and then I'll share some of my thoughts after I see some of your guys. Oh damn, that's awesome, Tony. Congrats. Yeah, that's a huge step. Like, owning your own place is awesome. Just like the freedom to do like whatever you want. If you want to blare music, you know, if you want to, I don't know, paint a room in your house a really weird color, you have that freedom to do it. That's pretty awesome. The downside is all the home repairs. Like for us, we've had the home that we're in now for, I think we bought it 7 years ago now. Yeah, and it's just the repairs are just a pain to deal with. Now I wouldn't trade that for having to rent or anything like that anymore. But yeah, it's always a pain when like a water heater goes, or you know, the furnace isn't working, or microwave breaks. But yeah, buying a house is like super exciting. That is awesome. I'm super excited for you. Hopefully you can find one that's like in a good location for you for work and everything else, and hopefully it's not like a 8% interest rate or whatever they are now. So hopefully you're able to get a pretty awesome spot there. That's awesome. Yeah. Good luck. It's tough out there. I know there's not a lot of inventory out there right now, so hopefully things ease up a little bit as the year progresses on and it gets a little easier. Hopefully interest rates continue to go down like a quarter point, you know, every quarter or two. So yeah, hopefully it's not too bad to find a nice place out there. Hey yo, 666, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Happy New Year to you. How is your Blitz going? 0666. Did you are you doing any of the Blitz battles for this event? Did you pull on any of the New Year's legends out there? Hopefully you had good luck. Yeah, that's an experience moving states too. It's one thing moving, you know, like a half an hour or like an hour away from where you currently are, but moving states is its own whole set of challenges that's there. Especially getting things packed up and moving it and all that stuff. That's not fun. Ooh. Did you at what legend did you get on part 1? I assume it wasn't the part 3 would have been Sabo, right? Or would have been Whitebeard. No, I think it was Whitebeard, right? So who did you pull on part 1? Did you grab Luffy on part 1, I assume? Yeah, I would kind of agree with that. Like he's okay right now, not like broken. Like Luffy obviously is broken because he's Luffy. I would say Whitebeard and Ace are kind of broken a little bit, but yeah, I think out of the three, he's part three was Sabo. I think out of the three, he was probably the least impressive out of the three. Only Ace and 2 Kobe. Yeah, that is some rough luck. Yeah, I mean, I thought my luck was bad, but your luck was probably actually even worse than mine. I think I had to go like 20, pretty much 20 on each banner, I think, roughly, for the 3 that I pulled on. So yeah, I mean, yeah, 30 for 2 banners is brutal. Hopefully your gems are slowly getting back. I know Bandai's been kind of good the last week in giving gems for the rewards and that stuff. So hopefully, at least I assume most of your reserve is gone. So hopefully it's kind of getting back. The 2 Luffy's is pretty good. That's a definitely a silver lining there, I guess. Right? But yeah, that's still some brutal luck there. Was that the anniversary ace, the Dex ace that you got there that you're talking about? Because if you did that's actually pretty good. Yeah, apparently if you needed Luffy, like, Tony was your guy. He was hoarding all the Luffys from everyone. Hopefully, no one in chat ended up pulling for this new Fuji or Green Bull, because they're pretty bad. Oh, you already had a max before? Oh, that's a disappointment, because like he's a fantastic unit, but yeah, if he's already maxed, doesn't do you much good there, right? Yeah, that unit, that Green Bull Fuji unit is rough. Bandai really threw some bait out there for people who wanted to pull for S-Hawk. Yeah, I hope you guys didn't pull on that banner, but if you did, I hope you at least got a copy of the S-Hawk. And when you say you had a max, does that include the level limit break all the way, or was it just his potential abilities there that you maxed out? And yeah, to your point, Tony, sorry, I just saw your thing about your comment about Sabo there. Yeah, I mean, he definitely has any new buff, right, is obviously going to give you a ton of damage. So like I do think he has like a lot of potential there. But like I said, I think the fact that to trigger some of his abilities there, you need like a bunch of like units that you're not going to probably really see a bunch of new ones until, you know, Dragon and that whole batch come out. I think it's going to be a little rough for a while, right? Or until you have enemies where you can apply that debuff through immunity, for example. I think it's gonna be. He has definitely potential, but I think it's gonna be a while before you can kind of really see if he's gonna be a legend that stays past 6 months, or if like some of those legends, like, yeah, you'll use him for the boosted event, and then maybe like 6 months down the line you don't use him again. We'll see. He has potential though. Like, he does have definitely a lot of potential with his buff there. still can't understand why they gave him the alternate art though. Like out of those units, it would have made so much sense to either give Luffy or even Whitebeard Ace the alternate art. But yeah, I was actually kind of shocked that they ended up giving Sabo that alternate art out of all three of those units. Yeah, that Int Luffy, once he's like maxed out, he is an absolute beast in Pirate Rumble. Like, you just literally can watch teams just absolutely melt if you have him 150 fully level limit breaked. Yeah, he's just insane. You didn't pull on the waifu banner or the PvP banner, did you? 0666. Oh, that's interesting, Tony. Did he give more hymns if you had the alternate version, or did you pull two versions of Sabo so you could get double the bonus if you had both of those? I don't remember how the boosted rule set was for those. I remember if you own the units, you got an extra drop, right? Or extra 50% chance of a drop, I think. Yeah, and the downside to not getting that Shanks there is you probably have to wait till either the old global anniversary or the actual new anniversary, right? Before you'll be able to get him again, because he's not on every banner there. Did you have two copies, Tony? Did you have one alternate ink, one not alternate ink? No, I am complete agreement with you. Like, how they do like the super evolution stuff and you don't get the skulls like to 3 months later is absolute crap. Like, that's just I don't know. Like it started with the Memories Luffy, right, where they're like, oh, you have to pull him and you'll get his super evolution skulls in 3 months, and then they did it with Perona as well, right? And we're still waiting for her skulls, and they do it with the waifus, and it's like, I don't know. It feels. Oh, interesting, Tony. Oh, I did not know that. I didn't realize. I figured you'd have to actually have them in your box. But the fact, as long as they're in your voyage log, it counts. That's a good tip. I did not know that. But yeah, that whole practice of doing the super evolutions again, their skulls months later, I'm not a fan. Like, and that's why I'm not pulling on that banner, just because, like I said, kind of, I think Stump had mentioned it too, like, you just don't want to support that, right? Because if you support it, then they're going to keep doing it, and regardless, they're probably going to keep doing it, because they've been doing it for a while now anyway, but I don't know. Just feels kind of dirty to do it, like, that way. Right, especially if I was talking to Tony earlier and mentioned, like, I have my waifus fully level my break, level 5, 150, completely rainbowed, and like that would be perfect. Like, I would love to, if I had the opportunity to pull the skulls or get the skulls to super evolve them, like I would do it in a heartbeat, even if you had to like pull to get the skulls or however that would work. But the fact that I don't have that ability, and if I pulled them, they'd be in their base form. They wouldn't be, you know, fully level limit breaked, all that stuff. It just, I don't know. It just makes it, the value there is not worth pulling, and it's better for me at least just wait until the skulls come whenever they come. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, sometimes you gotta be like a real wordsmith in how Bandai labels things, because sometimes how they say stuff is a little weird, and if you don't like pay attention to like where like a comma is or where a dot is, it can completely change how a unit is or what the conditions for some stuff are. So that's interesting. That's good to know. Now I'm debating if I should alternate art mine. I think I have 6 pens right now, and I think we're getting another one, right, as part of one of the social media things. I think we get another one as well. So I don't know. Maybe I'll see. I don't know if I want to waste the pens though, just for that, since the him turtles are already done. Gotcha. So do you have a priority list, Tony? Like when you're, obviously you probably get a bunch of turtles, right? Because you usually pull a bunch of the more newer units. Do you have a priority list in terms of like what legends you want to do, or do you just typically just do like your most used? Because it takes what, like 40 to 60 to full rainbow of him turtles to fully max out a unit to 150, right? Something like that. Very nice, Tony, about those alternate arts. Yeah, I have an alternate for Yamato Luffy, like ready to go, who's like fully ready to go, fully maxed, fully level limit breaked, and I have another copy. It's just, I don't know. Like, I probably would have used it for Shanks. Like, I liked Shanks' alternate art, but given how rare they do the alternate ink pens are, like, I don't know. I just had a hard time doing it for Yamato Luffy, but yeah. 75 from 99 to 150. Yeah, you figure what most of the time you get, at least from what I was getting on average for like this this PKA, I was getting maybe like three him turtles, 4 him turtles on average. So yeah, I mean you don't really get too many. So the more benefits you have to be able to pull. Oh, I wasn't paying attention there. Hold on, let me just reset that game real quick. So yeah, the more him turtles you can pull, obviously the much better it is, right? Sorry, messed up the special order. So for those of you who don't know, if you do mess up the special order, as long as it's not one of the special action, you can always just reset if you mess that up. Like in mine, I accidentally forgot to do the EX Asabo. That's what I was trying to do, but I got confused there. That's a pretty good strategy there, Tony. Makes sense. Yeah, that's the good news. Like I like that there's no stat effect differences. I mean, I think that's good. I think it would have been really greedy at Bandai to put like different status effects or different like specials or whatever it might be on the alternate units. So at least I like that they had made it so that there's really no difference outside of look, and you don't kind of get messed up if you don't have one or the other. Now, obviously, you know, if there's some unit that comes out like in the future that's like super broken on PvP, and if you have 2 of them on the same team, then obviously that's maybe a different story. But we don't have that today, right? So that's the good news there. I said I was going to check my rank a while ago, but I completely forgot to check it. So we're going to check it real quick after this map. Just see how we're doing. Guessing we're somewhere in like the 160-ish range. So I'm trying to go for, I don't know, I'm thinking like somewhere between like 250 to 300 total runs before all is said and done. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Those of you who have joined, welcome into the live stream. We're just grinding some Blitz Battle. Just talking about all things One Piece Treasure Cruise. So if you have anything you want to talk about, feel free to always throw a message in chat, and we can chat about anything on the game. Doesn't have to be Blitz Battle specific. If you have any questions on units or anything at all about One Piece Treasure Cruise, feel free to just hop in chat, throw questions in there, and make this interactive. Yeah, that final tap on that Luffy is pretty bad. Just the base stats just aren't that great. So I'm gonna check the ranking before I hop into there. But yeah, I mean, we just got one too, right? So it's, let me just refresh this here real quick. Yeah, Kuma-chan, fire away. Ask away. So far I am 66. Which isn't too bad. Aoki is still killing me in the Alliance. He's still 13 rounds ahead of me so far. So he's yeah, but we're doing pretty good so far. Can't really complain there. Let's see. I can't see the Alliance rank there, but yeah, 66 on the English version, 204 global. Can't complain. Love to see that. So let's just hop right back in here. Wow, 241. That is some dedication. That is really some dedication. Like, I don't know, like maybe if I had like the whole day with nothing planned, maybe. But like 241, that's a lot of runs. That is a crazy amount of runs. And I'm assuming he can't go much faster than what you're seeing, even if he had the waifus, right? I'm assuming he couldn't go too much faster than what you're seeing here. So that means he must literally be grinding just hours. Yeah, just over 1 million points. Yeah, so he has about 300,000 more points than me currently. So yeah, I mean that's pretty crazy. See, the problem with me is like I don't mind doing a lot of runs, but like after that many runs, I would just be done. Like, I could probably do that. Like, if you said, like, hey, I'll give you a day, and you have to do, like, 240 runs in a day, that would be fine. But to have to do that, like, multiple days, I just don't think I'd be able to do that. Alright, Kuma says, I have that Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Jinbei strength unit max, and I have some extras. It has a final tap. If I feed it to another unit with a final tap, it would treat it like a tablet. So it has to be the same character. So if you were to, example, let's say like you had two Luffys, one was strength, one was quick, and they had both the same potential ability. If you fed one to the other, like it wouldn't raise that that ability up on the other Luffy. Like it has to be the same character, or it has to actually be the tablet itself. If you're doing that. So as long as it's the same character, you're good. Or if it's a de-evolution or evolution of the character, that's fine. But it has to be in that character tree. So yeah, well, you'll notice it. Like if you go into power up the character, and choose the option for potential abilities, like if you can upgrade it with that character, it will show up at the top there. So that's how I would do it, just to make sure that you're not feeding units to other units that might not be used. That's probably the most surefire way to do it. If that makes sense. Yeah, exactly what Tony was saying. Yeah, the same idea, evolution chain. Yeah. So yeah, in terms of your question about the final tap, like who else to use it for? Outside of obviously that Luffy, who's not really like that great. I would say like there's that Dex Yamato unit. That's like the Yamato unit. Like she's really good to have hers maxed out. Luffy, Kaido, I forget what their final tap does, but that might be another option there. I probably wouldn't do any of the newer units like the Roger, Rayleigh Gabon. His wasn't that great. I don't think Big Mom and Katakari's was that good, if I remember. So yeah, like that Yamato is definitely a good choice. If you have that Strength G5 Film Red Luffy, like he's awesome for some content. He might be not a bad idea. Outside of those couple units, I don't think there's any that are like must-have last taps there. So I'd probably just save unless there's like some specific content that you're trying to get through that really needs it. Just because they're super rare, right? So you just want to make sure that like if you're using the final tap, it's for a unit that you'll definitely use it for. I was gonna say the Dex Kaido, but I think the Dex Kaido is a super tandem final tap, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I would say like outside of like that Yamato, there's not really that many. I'm always disappointed with the final tap because I remember like when the Luffy crew came out, like the V2 Straw Hat Luffy crew, like I was so excited. I was like, oh, awesome, that is amazing. A final tap, you know, it will double the damage that you do, and then they just absolutely like nerfed it. So it's I hate final taps, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, the Strength Luffy, the Film Red Luffy there, like, he is like, if you don't have him, he is like a huge staple on that Strength PvP team, right? So, when I was doing the GP matches for this season, like, I was trying to, like, figure out, like, is the Luffy that just came out, like, an actual replacement for him? And if you have him, like, fully level limit breaked and maxed out, like, he's just... It makes no sense to run the Strength G5 Luffy, the New Year Luffy in his place. It just makes sense to keep him there. So he's like one of my most used units in PvP, just because like he's ridiculous. He could like wipe out a whole line just himself with his damage to defense that he does. And yeah, Kuma, if you like I said, unless there's like some like urgent need, typically like just save tablets, right? We don't get, especially like Final Tap, Super Tandem. You don't get those very often. Like I said, we might have these Blitz battles maybe three or four times a year, right? And that might be the only chance to get those. I think they put them in the Bazaar shop like once, but that wasn't like a reoccurring thing. So yeah, like unless there's like a unit like that you absolutely need it for, then yeah, I usually just save them because eventually there's gonna be a unit that's gonna come out that's gonna be like ridiculously broken, right? And then you'll be like, oh, I wish I had saved the Final Tap tablets for that unit or the Super Tandem for that unit. Yeah, that's a good point, Tony. That's a really good point about the yeah, because they have some of those units where if they have one unit has a rush, one has a final tap. If you do one, it levels up both of those, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, glad to be of help, Kuma. Always good to help out. Are you hoping that there will be a Kuma unit in 2025? Do you think that it's possible we see a Kuma unit in 2025? A new Legend Kuma, maybe? Oop, just used my special there. Didn't have to use it. That's cool. Yeah, we'll try. We'll stay manga free, but yeah, I mean that's I don't think you're revealing anything, but yeah, hopefully we see something there as part of the new year stuff. I hope we see something there. I mean, yeah, that's the tricky part, right? Because like the break like definitely has hurt OPTC, and I thought that we're gonna actually like have the ability to maybe go back and do some like older arcs. But yeah, it seems like they're kind of milking Wano and some of that stuff for as long as they can, right? Until the anime is back and they can kind of continue on. But yeah, like I said, I think it's gonna take the anime quite some time to get anywhere near, you know, the end or towards the end of the Egghead arc. So yeah, like I don't think we'll see anything from the anime. I mean, before the Japan New Year, right? Or before the anniversary. So we'll have to see like what happens there. Like I don't know what they're gonna do for their anniversary if the anime is just started up again, and they can't really use like any like the crazy new characters who I'm not gonna talk about or spoil. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, it's happened before where they've went ahead, not far ahead, but they have done that. So we'll see. I just wanted to make, and this isn't a spoiler because obviously we met the Vegapunk units, but like, and I know we're gonna probably get like 1 million Vegapunk units before like the end of OPTC, but like, I don't know, I kind of like the Vegapunk units, and they have a lot of unique abilities there. I think it'd be cool to maybe get some additional ones in there, especially to help trigger some like the PvP stuff, which is just kind of like lacking right now. It'd be good to be able to get some other units in there. That are part of the Vegapunk line. Yeah, Tony, I could see them doing something for end of the year, definitely. Yeah, some Bandai intern just wanted to copy and paste that Luffy. I mean, granted, he's much better as a GP leader than the Film Red Luffy there, but yeah, they just wanted to copy and paste and was like, all right, we'll call it a day. Luffy's on a major banner, so we'll call it a day. People are gonna summon, and we did. But yeah, I mean, the good news is like Luffy, obviously because of the multiplier, will be around for a while, right? He'll have a lot of longevity, whereas the old Film Red Luffy has kind of been Hellgate, just a PvP role currently. Yeah, I'm with you, Kuma. I like the Vegapunk units. Like I said, I think there's the ability there to have a bunch of different variations, which just make all of them better, right? Which is good. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm 100% positive they'll have a bunch come out, a bunch of different variations come out in the future. It's just a question of do they focus on some of the other characters once the anime resumes, or do they still milk some of the characters there? Yeah, Tony, I'd be curious to see, Tony, like, I don't know, wow, it's really that long? Wow, I was just about to ask that question of, like, I wonder how long it actually takes them to create a unit, because obviously there's all the artwork that has to go into it, there's the sprites, there's the actual kit. Yeah, I was actually curious. I would love to see, like, the inside workings of Bandai in terms of, like, how they come up with the unit, how they come up with the kit, and how long that actually takes, right? Because, like you said, I mean, I would think for... they come up with the TM, the PKA legends pretty quick, right? So I'd be like, I wonder if it's quicker, depending on, like, obviously for anniversary units, they're much bigger units, so they might let that like take a long time. But I don't know. Sometimes it feels like they don't test stuff, right? So it's like I don't know if they have like a schedule and say, hey, for PK units, like, yeah, you got 30 days to develop like the next PK unit or the next one, depending on how far ahead they might want to be. But Yeah, I'd be curious to see if they show any more love to Kid. Like I said, I'm a fan of the Kid character, but yeah, I don't know. Without getting some buffs to the older units like you talked about with like 6 pluses, like, yeah. And I really hope so. I'm guessing that we'll probably start hearing like in another month, like what the actual follow-up to the New Year Sugo would be, right? For last year with the Memories of the Straw Hats. I pray that they don't do something stupid again like Memories of the Straw Hat. Like, I will flip a lid if it's like, oh, we're just gonna keep this Memories of the Straw Hat stuff up and just do it for other characters. Like, hopefully they have some really good stuff planned for 2025, but who knows? Yeah, Bandai Divine Departured him in more ways than one, apparently. Now I'm curious, Tony, the guild member who talked about who had like the 200 plus runs, do they play on phone or do they do emulator? I'm wondering if it's like if they're just grinding on their phone or if it's any easier with the emulator. So for those of you who have joined, welcome into the stream. Just a quick note, I mentioned it earlier, but a bunch more people have hopped in since then. If you are looking to grind and go like far in these events, and you have some gems left over, you can go to the bazaar. At least as of a couple days ago, they had a deal where you get 60 large meat stamina for 30 gems, which is pretty good. I think they also had some follow-up deals on there too, where you get like 9 large stamina for 2 gems. So I know I just stumbled upon it, so if you guys are looking to like go ham and grind and just go nuts, and don't have a lot of large meat staminas, or maybe you just don't have any in general and you want to use some for PKA or whatever it might be to get some additional runs in, and you have some gems, check out the bazaar. You might be able to pick up some stamina packs there pretty cheap. That's what I did. I think I was at like 230-ish before I bought the couple that were there, so yeah, just makes it so that you just have more for future Blitz battles, you have more for PKA, just makes it a little bit easier. So, in case you didn't know, go to the bazaar, grab that stuff, and you'll be good to go if you want to really go crazy on these events. Oh, it gives you 200 large meats? Oh, that's awesome. I did not know that the game gave you 200 large meats to start. That's pretty cool. Yeah, gem counts, they're looking tough, right? With New Year Sugo and all that stuff. I'm sure a lot of gem counts are in a very tough spot right now. Yeah, leveling is pretty crazy. I regret that the last big EXP event that came here, I kind of ignored it. I'm still under 1,000, and I've been playing OPTC for like 8+ years. Again, I'm just lazy. Don't do those quests, and then I'm like, oh hey, why am I only level 881 or whatever it is that I am? So, but yeah, it must be nice if you can go into. What I'm trying to think, is it still the Coliseum? The best place to do the EXP leveling? Go in with like the Roger, double Roger captains there. what level are you, Kuma? Have you leveled up far yet, or? Because you can do the Chopper Man missions, right? I know back in the day you used to get like crazy experience for the Chopper Man missions as well. Yeah, there you go, Kuma. Sometimes that's the way to do it. You're gonna maybe go on to a rant about ship leveling, like, and if you go back, not long ago, like maybe like a couple weeks back, I tried to get whale sharks up to level 5 with a billion bounty, or belly, whatever they call it in the game, and yeah, I didn't even come close. Like, it was like bad. Like, the ship leveling upgrade system in this game is garbage. The fact that it stops. We can only get one 5+ mod is just god-awful. Like, I hate the ship leveling system with a passion. Like, to the point where, like, I have the Grand Tesoro ship fully maxed out, but that's the only one, and I actively avoid it just because it's such a waste of belly, cola. I just have absolutely god-awful luck when it comes to the ship leveling. Like, I don't know what it is. I just have bad luck on ship leveling constantly. And there's no pity system. It's just like, oh, thanks for your contribution. See you next time. Have fun. And then you're completely out of belly. Yeah, and I think in that video, I want to say I did like 35 pulls, 36 pulls. So you'd think in those 36 upgrades, whatever you want to call it, we would have had something, right? Something that was like even like remotely good. But yeah, it was brutal. It was not good. I hate the ship leveling system. Yeah, right? Because like you guys, especially as a new player, like you don't get much cola. Like for myself, like I have a ton of cola in my box. Like I have somewhere on the order of like 60,000 cola, right? Just because I've been banking it since before it was, you know, before we just saved it and never used it, right? So have a ton of cola, but you can blow like 15,000 cola like it's nothing and not get a ship upgrade. And for a new player, like you're not gonna have 15,000 cola, right? You maybe might get lucky and get like a couple thousand for the PKA if you're lucky and get like really good drops. So yeah, I can only imagine how crappy that must be for a new player to try to max out some of those ships. Yeah, if they had like literally, even if they said like, hey, okay, up until step, you know, I think at like step 30 you get like the first upgrade, right? And then you can upgrade it like 3 times till we get the 1 to 5 star mod, and then it stops. Like, even if it was like, hey, you have to do like another like 60 pulls if you wanted to get, you know, 2 5-star mod guarantees, and then maybe another 60 on top of that to get to end up getting the 3 full 5 stars. Like, at least then, like, it would make sense. Yeah, people can max out their ships right away, but like, max out your ship isn't a broken mechanic, right? Like, it's not like any content in the game is broken by maxing out your ships. So let people, like, if they have really bad luck, yeah, let them have to pull maybe 100 times, or I know that seems like a lot, but have them pull like X amount of times, and then just give it to them if they can't get it within that thing. Like, it's just, yeah. I'm gonna get off my soapbox. That is a thing I absolutely despise about this game, is that ship leveling system. Now, as a newer player, Kumar, are you still doing the Blitz Battle? Are you participating at all? Yeah, that pity system is a joke. Eh. There's no other like way to sugarcoat it. Like it's a joke. Hey, Captain Pappy, welcome in. Thank you for the kind words. I have been a huge fan of yours and watching your videos for forever. So thank you for actually getting me enthused and interested in actually doing this stuff. So huge shout out. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of fangirled out a little bit when I heard you guys mention my name when you were talking about some of the content creators and stuff like that. Yeah, didn't ever expect to have you guys even talk about me. So yeah, thank you so much for hopping on the stream. Love to have you here. How's your Blitz going? Are you doing any grinding? That's having the whole batch is good, Kuma. That'll be good to be able to at least get the Chopper Man missions right, and then get hopefully some gems on top of that. Nice, not bad, not bad. Grinding away here mercilessly towards the end. We'll see what happens. You had some pretty good luck, Pappy, on your polls that I was seeing. Pappy's getting the whole team on his back over there. Yeah, those Captain Pappy pull videos are always awesome. Awesome to watch, always to see. I'd be curious to hear, Pappy or Tony or any of you guys, what your thoughts are in terms of, like, do you think people are going harder this Blitz? Like, it seems like, at least from what I'm seeing here, people aren't going as hard as they usually go for these blitzes. Like, I can remember usually when I do these and go like all out, if I'm lucky, I'll get like top 200, but I was actually much higher ranked than I thought, and I haven't been doing like an absolutely insane amount of runs or pulls. So I'm just curious, do you guys feel that way too? Do you think it's maybe not as many people playing, or maybe people not pulling as much, or do you find that it's kind of similar to previous years' Blitz battles or other Blitz battles? That's a very good plan. Only pulling on the big celebrations. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'd agree. There's just, it's the content cycle, right? Like, you're just thrown into content after content. It's like, all right, you have PKA, then you have Grand Party, now you have Blitz Battle, right? And then you know, we'll have all the stuff after we have the super PvP battle come up too, right? So I can definitely see a lot of people being like, whoa, I need a break. I can't grind quite this hard. One week without a new legend, yeah. I mean, that's insane. To get like a new legend every, what was it, 6 days or something? Like, that is just nuts in terms of like expecting people to pull. Like, that's just way too many. You know, they came out with the Fuji and Green Bull this week, right? So I don't know if we actually made it that far, but yeah, they're not very good, so we'll just consider them not counting. Yeah, I was just thinking about that, Tony. I'm like, wait a second, yeah, we have the Green Bull and the Fuji unit that just came out not long ago. Yeah, for PvP banners, it's like tough to look at because there's just like they release, you know, obviously a new legend at least usually a month in the Pirate Rumble stuff, but like none of them are really like super broken. Like obviously like S-Hawk was probably the last like real broken unit that they released, right? So it's like unless like there's like a super broken unit, like I usually don't pull on PvP banners. That's where I'm missing. Out of my 10 legends I'm missing, I think like 4 of them are from the PvP banners. Legends never stop, right? That death, taxes, and Bandai releasing a new legend are going to be the 3 things that will never ever end. Yeah, exactly, Tony. Yep. Is that the? Are you talking about the new Sabo unit? Like, I can't think of any like Sabo unit that I would throw posters into, to be honest. In PvP, at least. Like, yeah. Yeah. Yep. We'll see. I'm cautiously optimistic that Bandai will hopefully correct the ship a little bit in the new. Yeah. In that case, I wouldn't waste wanted posters on the new Sabo if I were you. Just my opinion, but yeah, like he's just okay in PvP. Like, yeah, I wouldn't be wasting wanted posters on him, especially when you could like use it on a legend like S-Hawk or someone like that. Yeah, I definitely want to use it on Sabo if I were you. But yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic that hopefully Bandai has heard some of the feedback. I know that they don't usually listen to Stump or to Todd or Poppy or any of you guys, but I'm hoping that the New Year's resolution is, hey, we're gonna actually listen to people for once and maybe not go so crazy. But we'll see. I think the content cycle's here to stay. Like, I don't think there's any way to get around that. But hopefully, like, they have more ways to get us more gems or give better rewards. Just ways to make people like want to play the game, right? Because that's like the problem now is who wants to like grind for 5 days, right? And you get just absolutely garbage rewards. You might get what, like 10 tablets or 10 things there. Like, who cares? Like, it's useless. Yeah, it does seem like even though Todd and Stump give the feedback, like, I don't know. It's tough to know, like, does it actually go into, like, just, like, a black box and Bandai's like, okay, that's great, but we don't care? Or, like, do they actually have someone looking at that feedback and doing something there, right? It sounded like, from what I heard from some of the podcast stuff and those different media, that they're not very responsive with you guys, at least is what it seems like. Like, they'll take your feedback, but then maybe they don't engage really back to understand it, right, or make any changes based on that. So yeah, and I don't know if that's like a community manager problem, right? Like, I don't know if it's because, you know, since they got rid of Yoshi, they just like don't care. Like, I don't know. Could be a bunch of different reasons why that's happening, right? So. I hate this stage. Every time I get into this stage, the stage just takes so long. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy, right? Like, you have a very popular podcast, right, that talks about the game. Like, it's kind of mind-boggling that they don't reach out to you more, right? Like, you guys have a pretty good pulse, I would say, into the community, into the fan base, what people think. I'm shocked that they really don't reach out to you guys more for stuff. But. Yeah, it's tough, right? Because I mean, they care about global, but they don't care about global, right? We're kind of like the side piece, like additional money that's nice to have, but we're not like the Japanese player base who goes crazy for all the new units, right? For the waifus, and who's spending like 30 multis every legend and going crazy. I mean, it does seem like Bounty Rush has more communication, I guess, is how I would phrase it from what I've seen. And it seems like they're much quicker to fix things if they're broken. If there's like a mechanic that's like super broken, they respond pretty quickly to it and resolve that, so it's not like super one-sided. Now, obviously, that's a 3D like fighting game, right? So maybe it's a little bit different than here, where it's much more individual player based, right? But yeah, it seems like from the communication I see, it seems like the Bounty Rush team does definitely communicate more with their end users. What? Oh, that's some grade A bull there. Like, you are one of like the chillest people in the game. Who give like compliments and things when they're due. You're not like overly negative. That's insane that someone would actually say that from the game, that it's negative. That's nuts. Like, that's super insane. yeah, if you can break the game, right, then Bandai will hop right on it. We'll get it fixed for you, and we'll make sure that other people can't exploit it. But that's unless it's like something like that, then yeah, they don't hop onto things too quick. But see, that's what's weird, and maybe I wouldn't say it's more recently, but like I would say like both Todd and Stump give their fair share of criticism, right? Like I wouldn't say like they give more criticism than, for example, than like you did. So like yeah, I get it. It's the Japanese norms, right, and how things are done over there. But that's really interesting. Yeah, and I would say, like, same thing with Pappy. Like, the criticism that they give isn't, like, criticism to be mean for the sake of being mean. Like, it's literally things that would make the game better, right? For the player base, and for new players, for old players, for a lot of people, right? So, like, I can understand if you were, like, someone who's, like, overly negative about everything, right? That's a different story, right? But, like, constructive criticism, like, should be welcomed and brought into the conversation and allow people to have those free conversations, right, and make the game better, get people to want to play. All right, before we do this one, I just want to see like how far I am. Let's see. Let's see what rank we are. Hop over here real quick. Do a quick refresh. All right, 840K, 61, 177. Still number 2. Gotta do a couple more runs to get on top there. Yeah, that was interesting. They did like a Halloween Uta and then a Christmas Uta. Like that was a choice. That was interesting. Thank you, Tony. That just means I have no life. Way too many runs. But this is one of those times where usually, as I was saying earlier, like I typically don't go like insane hard on these events, but because I actually have most of the units outside of the waifu units, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna join the high grinding life and join Team 1 of TRS and go nuts and see what we can do. So yeah, definitely won't be doing this every event. Usually I'm in like in the second or third team or the fourth, just depending on where rankings fall. But yeah, gotta keep each other up, right? Because that's the problem. Like I was, before I joined TRS, I was in a couple other guilds, and it was like you'd have one person who would do all the work, right? And then it's like, oh, it's kind of boring, right? There's no motivation if you do like 200 runs and the next person below you has done like 20, right? Like you don't feel the motivation to like actually go. But yeah, having healthy competition is really good. Yeah, see, yeah, that's that huge discrepancy, right? The 1.1 to 300K. Yeah, when you have the full batch experience, it's just like so much better. And of course, that's by design, right? Bandai wants you to have the full batch to get the, quickest rewards, get things up there pretty quick. So when you do have the full boosted team, like everything feels great. Like especially on like TM, right? You can get through nav levels like crazy and all that stuff. But yeah, it's, when you don't have them and you only have one booster, that's when it becomes a little painful. I'm just doing some quick calculations here. So let's say like you did 241 runs, right? And that was over a course of, well, I think the event started at what, 4 a.m. EST, something like that. So that'd be like divided by 241 runs over 19 hours. That is a that's a lot of dedication. That's like almost like 12 runs an hour consistently, which is, I mean, it's not crazy. I think if I was to run a single run, I could probably get a run done every like 3 minutes, right? So you could roughly calculate it out and say, okay, well, if you can do a run every 3 minutes, then that means you could do, you know, 20 runs an hour, right? Assuming that I was completely perfect, I was a machine, I tapped everything. But yeah, that's some dedication to go that long and have that many runs. Maybe in my younger days I would have been able to do that, but now, yeah, my hands would probably be like permanently like frozen in that position if I was to try to do that many runs. Well, it depends how you define, like, worth it, right? Like, yeah, you can get, like, up to probably, like, 40 gems, right? If you're, like, top, like, 200 or so. And, yeah, you get some tablets, right? Which are always kind of good. But, like, it's not really... It's... After a certain point, like, it just doesn't become, like, that great, right? Like, yeah, you got 40 gems, but you spent, like, 6 or 7 hours grinding, right? So it's like, was it worth it? Was it not worth it, right? That's not even like enough for like one multi, right? So ultimately, like, I don't know. I don't think, yeah, like you do it for like stuff like the LB mats are good, of course. But yeah, outside of that, like, there's not really many great rewards or what I would consider like the investment or time worth it for some of those max rewards. Like, they should easily like double or triple some of the rewards and it'd be much better, I would think. But yeah, unfortunately, like, the way it's set up now, the reward system really isn't that great for rankings. Like, honestly, like, if you're gonna be like top like 100, you should probably get at least, like, I would think like 100 gems. Maybe like if you're top 200, you get like 50 gems. Like they should just increase the rewards across the board, right? It doesn't have to be like a huge increase, but how it is like right now, it's the time you spend is not worth it, right? I mean, you have the bragging rights, right? You can be like, oh, I ranked top 100 this event, and yeah, you might get like an exclusive title or whatever. But yeah, the end reward is usually never worth the grind. And yeah, I mean, the LB materials are good, but I would say, like, from a time perspective, like, I think you can get much more materials running TM, right, as opposed to the blitzes, just overall. So it's tough to say that the rewards are really worth it there. Of course, the only thing I would say is if you are a newer account, you do have to rank kind of high to get some of like the things like the keys, right? Like the keys to level and break your character. So if you're a newer account who doesn't have a bunch of keys, then you might get a lot more value from ranking higher than someone who might be a veteran player who might have more of those keys, and that's not really a big deal. Alright, hopefully I am back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. For some reason, OBS just decided it just didn't want to work. We're back. Oh, I don't know what happened. It just, like... It was weird, because suddenly, like, I have headset plugged in that has the game audio, so that way it doesn't get, like, feedback on the mic. And also, like, I heard that stop. And then I looked in OBS, and I'm like, oh, like, the screen just froze, and then it was just like, nope, I'm done. You're grinding too much. That was Aoki from my alliance. He didn't want me to catch up to him, so he's sabotaging the game. That's what it had to be. Sorry about that, guys. Didn't mean to just get up and disappear like that. Alright, sorry Garp, you get no mercy. You gotta keep getting sacrificed there so you can get some higher rank. Oh, so you're probably like me looking like, what in the heck was going on there? I was looking around like, I'm like, wait a second, why is that not working? Why is that not working? So it's just the okay. So it was just the game that froze. It could have been the Let's View too. I used Let's View to actually do the to record to connect it to OBS to actually record the video. So I did notice that disconnected as well. So it might have actually been Let's View that crashed as opposed to OBS. Because that would explain why you could still see the video, but not the actual screen. I just like the Let's View because you're able to actually like hold the phone in your hand. You don't have to do any wires or connect it to anything. So obviously, you guys have seen what I've been doing on my Friday night. Let me know what you guys did for your Friday night. Hopefully you guys did something a little bit funner than just a lot of grinding. But yeah, let me know. Did you guys get anything good for dinner? Did you go out anywhere and just come back now? Did you guys get everything you wanted for Christmas? I did get this new Luffy right here, just chilling out. I also had a Nami around here somewhere, but apparently my son has decided to steal her. So yeah, I have no idea where Nami is. She's MIA at the moment. But yeah, we will send out a search party and get her back ASAP. Yeah, God knows where Nami could be. She could be anywhere because my son is a toddler who just could do anything with it. So who knows where Nami could be right now? She could literally be stuck somewhere. We'll find her eventually. Eventually she'll make an appearance somewhere. Ooh, that sounds good. Burrito sounds really good. I don't know why, but the other day I was actually and still technically I was feeling a burrito. There's this like fantastic Mexican place that we have. That's probably about like a 45-minute drive from us, but it's like absolutely amazing and awesome and the best Mexican you can have. And they have this fajita burrito, which is like out of this world. That just triggered my my desire to have a burrito again. It's just so good. You get meat, you get cheese, you get some bread. Like burritos are awesome. Has anyone heard from Chaozu? I saw he was planning on rejoining for New Year, but I haven't seen any notifications or anything about him posting anything. Does anyone know if he did he come back? Is he posting stuff again? Maybe I just haven't seen it in my feed, but I used to get his stuff come up all the time. But I know he had taken a break from the game for a while, but I thought he was coming back for anniversary. I don't know if anyone has heard or seen anything there. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. It's like the place is fantastic. It's a small place, so it's not like an absolutely like ginormous chain or anything like that. But everything's like homemade there. It's really good. It's super cheap. So yeah, it's an absolutely awesome spot. And I know eventually at some point it'll probably close, but for now it's awesome. That's unfortunate. Yeah, like I said, I always enjoyed watching Chaozu and his stuff. So unfortunately that he might not be back, but hopefully he comes back soon if he decides to feel the pull to get back in the game. Yeah, he was a fantastic content creator. I used to love watching all his live streams that he did on YouTube. Yeah, he was like fantastic for like Grand Voyage stuff, right? You would just have like 3-4 hour streams where he would just go out and yeah, he'd be like, all right, we're gonna beat this piece of content, right? And you'd see the whole process there, and it was pretty good. Yeah, like I said, he always had really good, informative videos and all. Everything was awesome there. So hopefully he comes back. We'll see. I get people need to take a break from the game sometimes, right? Sometimes it can get overwhelming, and like the amount of content that he was putting out was like pretty crazy. Like he was almost matching like Stump and Todd doing like daily videos, right? So I can take a lot on a person, so I can kind of understand why he might need to step away for a little bit, but hopefully he comes back. Yeah, I'll have to get some stuff out there. Admittedly, like I haven't even done a lot of the Grand Voyage stuff myself. Not because I don't have the teams. Like I have teams to be able to beat the content. It's just like I got the tablets that I wanted out of there, and then I kind of never like touched it and never went back. So you're 100% right. I do have to go back and start creating some teams from there. And it can be a two-pronged approach, right? I can help you guys as well as help me to actually have some motivation to finish a lot of those Grand Voyage missions. I think I've only like done half of them, maybe less. So yeah, I'm slacking on the Grand Voyage side of it. Yeah, I'll get some videos out there. Let me start looking at some of the content, and yeah, we'll get some new stuff. Yeah, the problem that I have whenever I'm like figuring out like what to do for content is like usually I have like 2 or 3 like ideas going at the same time, and I'm like, ooh, let's do this, and I'll start down one path, and then I'll be like, oh, actually, let's do some more of this, and yeah, that leads to me just taking forever to get some videos out there. So, but I mean, the material is good, and like I said, if you guys ever have like any specific stuff you want me to cover, like always let me know, whether it's through Discord or through here. I like making content that is helpful for you guys, right? That's why I make content, so that way you guys get some value out of it, right? You don't want to see me just playing the game. You want to be able to see like, oh, how do I beat this content if I have this team or if I don't have this character, right? That adds value to people. But so if there's content like that you want to see, like always reach out to me, always let me know. Hopefully I'm super accessible to everyone. Like I'm not like, who are you? Don't talk to me. Like I remember it was last week, I think it was. There was someone who just shot me an IM that was like, oh hey, I saw you on Stump Gourd, saw you were a video creator, and we talked about you know, some of the process and all that stuff. Asked him like what they would like to see. So always open for like suggestions, like if people have any stuff that they want to see. I'm fine doing like the normal stuff, like I said, like the TMs and the Kazunas and that stuff. That's all kind of like normal content that comes out right on the cycle, and we can do that. But if there's anything special that you want to see, or if you're like, hey, can you explain how this mechanic works, always let me know, and I can kind of prioritize those videos that I do. More than happy to do things like that for anyone who has any interest or can get any value from any of those videos. Alright, I think after this run, I probably got one more in me. Those of you who may have kids know that regardless of what time they go to bed, they're up at like 6 a.m. And this week, both of my kids have been dealing with the cold. So yeah, they'll definitely be up like super early. So I'm gonna do one more run after this, probably wrap it up, call it a night there, and then we'll pick up probably tomorrow. I don't know if I'll do a live stream or not tomorrow. We'll have to see, just depending on how things work. But yeah, ultimately we'll get somewhere, like I said, around like the 225 to 275 range, probably by the time all is said and done. Hopefully get like top 200. Thanks, Kuma. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's always rough when that happens, especially like right after the holidays. It was first my oldest one got sick, then he got his sister sick, then they got me sick, and it's been like, yeah, it has not been a fun week since Christmas. So I appreciate that, man. Appreciate the kind words there. What's the point difference, Tony? Oh yeah, I super messed that up. I wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, I completely messed that up. Yeah, because you're supposed to be in Gear 5. Yeah, because I never used the EX on the last stage there. For me, it is midnight. It just passed midnight for me. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little game of stalling here and see if we can't stall out the buffs and then come back. Though it might be kind of tough. We do have Garb, who should be able to get us back to healing, so we'll see how that works. Yep, I'm EST. Yep, I'm on the US East Coast. Alright, we got to stall out. We got to see if we can survive with these Garb specials. Hopefully it can bring us back up pretty high. Then can use it twice to hopefully... Thank you, and good morning, or yeah, good morning to you. Hopefully your day goes well. It's the weekend, right? It can't be that bad. So yeah, hope you have a really awesome day. Yeah, and hopefully you get a lot of good stuff done and enjoy the weekend. I think I might just be able to stall this out enough. We'll see. Thank you for coming, 606. Appreciate you hopping by the stream as always. Always hop in if you see me on again. Would love to have you here again. Alright, time to make our counter attack. Can we do it? So let's go ahead and do that. Let's just go ahead and use a Luffy special and see if we have enough damage. We might not have enough. We'll have to see. Nope, not enough damage. We might die here. We'll have to see. Alright, yeah, we're not going to waste a gem because we could do 4 matches with that gem. So, yeah, I survived all that long. Didn't have enough buffs to kill him, though. So, that is going to be where I wrap it up. Not the best way to end the stream, but that's what happens when you don't pay attention. So, just as a final quick check, we'll see how we ended up doing. So we are 870k, rank 61. Wasn't able to grab the top spot there, but it is what it is. I'll come back in the morning and see what we can do. But yeah, 183 runs isn't too shabby for one day. Enough for me to call it and get some sleep and let my voice rest a little bit. So, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Everyone, Kuma, Tony, all you guys who were participating in the chat, thank you so much. Helps make these events go much quicker. Happy, if you're still here, thank you for hopping on. Thank you for everything you do, and thank you for all the kind words. And as always, we'll catch you on the next video, as Todd would say. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And until next